Update 5 on Cyclone Debbie, which is a Category 1 on the Saffir-Simpson Hurricane Wind Scale as of 3 p.m. UTC, March 26th. It's got winds of 75 miles an hour and a pressure of 978 millibars. It's at 18.4 degrees south, 150.8 degrees east, and cyclone warnings are in effect for a large part of the Queensland coast, including the cities of Mackay and Townsville. What the storm is expected to do in the next few days is this. It's going to move towards the coast, possibly peaking as a Category 2 on the Saffir-Simpson scale, Category 3 or 4 on the Australian scale, and then moving inland, weakening pretty rapidly, and we don't expect that the storm is going to recurve after that. So, its current location then is 201 miles northeast of Bowen, 268 miles east-northeast of Townsville, and 293 miles east of Lucinda, the northernmost point of the warning area. It's a CDPS Stage 3 on that scale, and that means it could be damaging near the centre of the storm, particularly with that large wind field it's got. And over the next few days, this is what we expect of the storm as it moves towards land. A bit of a closer look here, the hurricane wind field, and it looks like Ayr, the town of Ayr, will probably be right in the crosshairs for this storm, as we've been saying in the last 2 or 3 updates. And then it'll move inland, bypassing Charters Towers, and then possibly dissipating inland by several miles. So let's take a look at the sea surface temperatures. Still fairly warm, 28 or maybe even 29 degrees Celsius, 30 degrees further north, but the storm's not really going there. That's not going to be an issue at any point, the sea surface temperatures. Anything that would weaken the storm would probably be land interaction. Wind shear is not going to be one of those debilitating factors either, because look at it, it's extremely low. The dark blue areas signalling almost nil wind shear amounts. And that is certainly going to be a good thing for the storm, which appears to be slowly getting its act together, but it's still struggling in those latest frames. The eye's starting to become a bit more apparent again with the rotation, and it's just the convection blowing up all around the storm, but it hasn't been able to sustain it in a particular part of the eye wall for any decent length of time. But it is slowly getting its act together, and it looks decent for Category 2 at landfall on the Saffir-Simpson Hurricane Wind Scale. It will probably strengthen to that intensity. Category 3 or 4 on the Australian scale is what we're expecting out of the storm. Elsewhere in the tropics, we've still got this. Yes, it's still going. Cyclone Caleb, which is still churning about in the South Indian Ocean. Always looks like it's about to die, but it's still been defying us. Well, there it is. In its latest frames, it's starting to wane again, and whether that is for good this time or not remains to be seen. I'm sure that saga will keep going on and on. But there it is, slowly drifting towards the west now, far away from the Australian landmass, and no areas of land are in the path of this storm at all. It's not going to be a threat to anyone. And finally, we've got the wide shot of Australia, where you can see everything that's going on there. Nightfall over there, of course, by now. There's Debbie on the right-hand side, Category 1 on the Saffir-Simpson scale. And on the left-hand side, not really much going on apart from the remnants of Invest 92S, which aren't doing anything either. So let's take a look at how we're comparing so far. 1 tropical depression, 7 storms, 3 Category 1s, 1 Category 4. This is all on the Saffir-Simpson scale. We're still quite a way behind what we would normally be around at this time. We're about a month behind schedule for a normal year, but it is slowly but surely catching up. 12 storms have formed so far in 2017. Still a way to go to get to 1900, which had 31, and of course until Debbie formed, it had the lowest ACE to date since 1954. So a remarkably quiet season until now. You can follow Force 13's outlets, the website force13.com and its tracker at your service at any time. You can also find us on YouTube if you're not there already. Search Force 13 and subscribe if you haven't. You can also find us on Facebook, search Force 13 all in text, and it's at Force 13 on Twitter if you'd like to get in touch with us on there. You can also add Fool13 on Skype, FOOL13, and add extension 9094 on Discord for tropical weather chat.